Hello, hello, hello. What is up, my spooky little sugar muffins? Wow, I immediately regret saying that. Anyway, we got the most strangest and mysterious sports stories of the paranormal, supernatural, just flat out weird stuff, man. And Silent isn't here again. We were gonna do a podcast, but things came up, so she is busy this weekend. But we are filming tomorrow. Monday, which is tomorrow. But yes, she's going to be in the next episode. Um, I don't know what we're doing because she was like, you know what? I'll take care of the podcast. I got everything. Don't you worry, your precious little head. And yeah, so I don't have any idea what I'm doing. Like normally I'm the one that does the research, have everything set up, all the plans and stuff, but this is the first episode that I have no control on what's happening. So if it's shit, you can blame her. I don't think it's gonna be bad though, but yeah, no clue what we're doing. It's kind of like a blind unboxing video. It's like those mystery minis. That's what it feels like. But anyway, that's next episode. We're talking about this episode. Now, I am a huge sports fan. You may or may not know, I love sports, mainly I like baseball, I like hockey and basketball and football. Football is my main like go to though. And for you non-Americans, I'm talking about American football. Not that weird, not soccer, you weirdos. Anyway, I got some stories right here. So, the first story we're going to be talking about is the Oakland Thunder's Boeing 757 hits a UFO mid-flight. And if you don't know what a Boeing 757 is, it's a plane. Like the Oakland Thunders was like on a plane and apparently their plane hit a UFO. I'm gonna actually throw up the image so you guys can see the impact and stuff. I have to find it, but yeah, there's like I'll describe it. I'll throw it up on screen so you guys can see it. But basically, if I can't find it, I'll just describe it real quick. So it's like, the nose of the plane? It's like apparently a UFO hit the nose of the plane and the nose kind of got dented inside the front of the plane. So there's like a crater in front of the plane. It's kind of crazy. But basically, in 2017, as the Oakland Thunders were flying home on a Boeing 757-200 from Minneapolis, the plane hit a mysterious object. The impact completely inverted the nose of the plane, leading many to speculate about what could have caused so much damage. People was like, you know what, it could be a bird, but like I don't know, man. This damage is kind of wicked. Um, this is a lot of damage. A bird's not gonna do that much damage. A bird is not going right. If a bird hits a plane, it's not even gonna let any dent unless it's like an eagle and vulture. They're pretty massive. But like the that's a giant dent for a freaking plane, bro. I mean not a plane, but a bird. A bird's not gonna do that much damage. I'm sorry. But the Delta Airlines later released a statement claiming that they most likely hit a bird while flying um, on descent into Chicago or on descent into Chicago. But again, like even the airline people was like, it's a bird, and I'm just looking at this then and I'm like, that's not a freaking bird. A bird's not gonna do that damage. I'm sorry, but like, it just leaves a question, guys. Like, realistically, realistically now, could a single bird really have caused that degree of damage of the reinforced nose of a 74? Like, a 74 is a big plane, bro. It's not a small plane. It's a big ass plane. It's not gonna cause that much damage. I'm sorry. It's not. But I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think a bird hit it? Do you think it's a UFO? They didn't actually see anything hit it. They just felt it. Like, I've been doing a little research on it, and nobody could really say, "Hey, I saw that thing hit the plane." Nobody really saw it, but they definitely felt it. So I don't know. The airlines was like, "It's a bird." Bullshit. A bird's not gonna cause that damage. But anyway, moving on to our next story, we got Aaron Rodgers' UFO experience. And if you don't know who Aaron Rodgers is, he is the former quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, current quarterback of the New York Jets, and Aaron Rodgers is a kooky old man, bro. He loves his conspiracies, but anyways, during the discussion with Pete Holmes on his podcast, You Made It Weird. That's the name of the podcast, by the way. If you wanna look up this thing, just type in Aaron Rodgers on You Made It Weird, and the episode should pop up. But anyway, Aaron Rodgers told a story about the time he saw a UFO. So this is in his own words. This happened in 2005. So Aaron Rodgers apparently experienced a UFO in 2005. So, and again, I got the quote. I wrote down the quote. So this is in his own words now. I'm not just saying that. This is word for word of what he said on the podcast. So it was a large orange left to right moving object. Because of the overcast nature of the night and the snow, you couldn't make it out. It was behind the clouds we were seeing, but it was definitely large, moving from left to right. It was me, Steve, and his brother that saw it, and it goes out of sight as we look at each other. What in the fuck was that? Now, if you know anything about UFO sightings, you've done research and you know that lots of times two things are connected to UFO sightings. One is a one is a a presence of jets, fighter jets. Wait, okay, that's true. Fighter jets. You know what? I'm just gonna continue reading the quote and then I'll just go into what he says. One is the presence of fighter jets, and two, there's a lot of sightings around nuclear power plants. So to tie it all together, the alarm we heard from 30 minutes out was a nuclear power plant that had an alarm that went off. Okay, so that is true. A lot of people kind of mistake UFOs for fighter jets. Like, no, backwards. People mistake fighter jets for UFOs because fighter jets can move very weirdly sometimes. So people, like, a lot of times people see like fighter jets and they are like, "Oh my god, that was a UFO," but in reality it was just a fighter jet. And yeah, the fact that, like, but I will say this: he could have saw a fighter jet, but fighter jets don't move like left to right. They don't. Like, no plane moves left to right. And it can't be a drone because drones are really tiny. So if he saw it clearly, then it was way bigger than a drone. So, and the fact that a nuclear power plant went off like 30 miles, you know, which it proves that they weren't just seeing things, man. Like what they saw. I don't know if it was a UFO, but man, whew. But this happened in 2005, so they weren't even recording anyway, so there was like no footage of it. But I don't know. I believe Aaron Rodgers, bro. Say what you like. I know a lot of people don't like A Rod. I don't really have a problem with him, but yeah, whew, that happened in 2005. I want to see. I really want to experience a UFO encounter so bad. I want to experience one. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But anyway, the next story we have: a ghost saves Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s life. All right, so In 2004, Dale Earnhardt Jr. basically escaped death by quickly exciting his flame engulfed car. But that's not the whole story, guys. And if you don't know who Dale Earnhardt Jr. is, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is basically the son of Dale Earnhardt, the legendary race car driver. So Dale Earnhardt was a absolutely legendary race car driver. He was actually my dad's favorite. Like my dad's not really a fan of racing, but Dale Earnhardt was my dad's favorite race car driver. He unfortunately passed away in a car accident on track actually. He was in the middle of a race and stuff, and I think it was like his final race, and he was racing with his son, and he let his son pass him, right? So Dale Earnhardt let his son pass him, and then his dad, Dale Earnhardt, was in second place, and there was like this car trying to pass him, but Dale Earnhardt kept like swerving in front of the car, not letting him pass, and the car hit Dale Earnhardt in the back, spun him out. He crashed head first. The head of the car crashed into the barricade, killing Dale Earnhardt instantly. So yeah, but the story is not about Dale Earnhardt; it's about his son, Dale Earnhardt Jr. So basically, after the fire was put out, because Dale Earnhardt's Jr. car kind of exploded. Well, not exploded, but it kind of just caught flames. But after the fire was put out, Dale Jr. demanded to thank the man who pulled him out of the danger. His crew told him that they were nowhere there. He was so convinced that someone had pulled him out of the driver seat of the 88 car, asked to see the video, which confirmed he was alone. Dell Jr. believes that it was his father who died years earlier in another racing accident, pulled him out from the burning wreckage. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. thought, you know what? It's probably my dad, bro. He thought it was his dad who pulled him out of the burning car. Um, but yeah, like I said, his dad, Dale Earnhardt Jr., died years prior in a car accident. But yeah, sad, man, sad. But yeah, Earnhardt Jr. thinks that his dad pulled him out. We actually have a quote by Dale Jr. himself. So this is what he said, word for word. I don't have an explanation for it other than when I got into the infield care center, I had my PR man by the collar screaming at him, find the guy that pulled me out of the car. He was like, nobody helped you out, or nobody helped you get out. And I was like, that's strange because I swear somebody had me underneath my arms and carried me out of the car. I mean, I swear to God. So, we got a video here, but I'm probably not gonna show it. Um, Let me just, I have the video of, so the video of the Dell Earnhardt Jr. crash is right here. I'm not gonna show it because YouTube is like YouTube just copyrights every freaking reaction I do, and especially sports. I don't know what it is, but sport reactions always get copyrighted. So I'm actually going to leave the link in the description below. So if you want to see the Dell Earnhardt Jr. crash from 2004, because this took place in 2004, I'll leave the link in the description below. So yeah, if you want to check that out. Anyway, let's go on to our next story. So our next story is going to be hold on. So I have a lot of stories. So um I'm probably not gonna go in depth in any of them. Guys, if there's like any like out of this entire list after the podcast is over, if there's any specific stories that you're like, that was so interesting, I want to know more. Leave them down. Leave all the stories that you want to know more in the comment section below. I will take those stories, do more research, and I'll come back in a different podcast and I'll go more in detail and depth with all these stories. But I have a lot of stories, so I'm just kind of speed running them without actually um with telling you enough information so you know what's happening. Anyway, so next up we got UFO spotted at a minor league baseball game. Just like the previous UFO sighting, I will leave. Actually, no, that was a plane. Okay, just like the plane. Like I have the picture right here. Have the picture right here. So let me just throw it up on. I'll throw it up on the screen, guys, so you can see. Um, but yeah. When I edit this, I'll just throw it up on the screen so you can see what people saw. But anyway, so during a 2013 game between the Vancouver, God, I think that's how you say it, Vancouver, Canada, Canadians. And by the way, this is like a minor league baseball. It's not major league. So this did happen in the MLB. This was like a minor league baseball. But anyway, during the 2013 game between the Vancouver, God damn it. Why can't I say Vancouver? God. It's like I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna say. It's like I don't know. I have this problem a lot. My mouth moves faster than my brain. Like my brain's trying to think about what I'm gonna say, but then my mouth just starts talking and I get jumbled. But anyway, during a 2013 game between the Vancouver God, Canadians, I did it again, Vancouver Canadians, and the Everett Aqua Sox. That's the name. Several have noticed a strange aircraft in the sky behind the trees. They stopped watching the game and take photographs and videos of it. Um, that's basically all I found. I will. So like, there is like a video. Like, I'll obviously throw a picture on the screen for you guys so you guys can see the UFO. I'll try to find a clear picture, if I can, but I'll try to find a clear picture of what people saw, but there's also like a short little video, so I'll put this video in the description below, along with the Dale Earnhardt Jr. clip, if you guys want to watch this UFO sighting for yourself. Anywho, next story, bro. I'm sorry, I just totally butchered that story. I completely annihilated that story. I did so awful. And it's all because I couldn't pronounce Vancouver. The whole story went to shit because I couldn't pronounce Vancouver. Vancouver Canadians. I don't know why I had such a hard time, but anyway, let's just forget about that. Whatever. I might come back to that story later on because I just fucked it up. So, anyway, Allen Iverson was immaculately conceived. Yeah. So if you don't know who Allen Iverson is, Allen Iverson used to play for the 76ers in the NBA. He is a professional basketball player. So now I have a question for you guys. All right, I have a question. So what does Jesus, Anakin Skywalker, and Allen Iverson all have in common? I'll give you a couple of seconds to guess. Put down in the comment section below. What does Jesus, Anakin Skywalker, and Allen Iverson all have in common? Mm-hmm. Y'all have it down? Okay, I'll tell you. They were all immaculately conceived. So, according to Iverson's mother, Ann Iverson, she was still a virgin when informed she was 8 weeks pregnant. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna let that sink in, guys. I'm just gonna let y'all think about that. So, she was a virgin, and she went to the doctors as a virgin, and she was 8 weeks pregnant. Okay. Um, anyway, there's a story right here. I kind of like saved the story because there's kind of like a couple paragraphs and I can't remember all that shit. But so this is what they wrote in the article. So Allen Iverson was conceived without intercourse. That was 1 a.m. or that was on 1 a.m. on September 22nd, 1974. Hey, that's like 3 days before my birthday, or well, after my birthday. My birthday is September 19th. By the way, my birthday was this past Tuesday, and y'all didn't wish me a happy birthday. Well, one person did. I'm kidding. I didn't even put the podcast on my birthday. A lot of y'all probably don't even watch my videos other than the podcast, but whatever. Um, So at 1 a.m. on September 22nd, 1974, at my grandmother's house at Hardfield, I made up my mind that on my 15th birthday, I would have my first sexual encounter. Ooh. Honestly, never mind, I'm not gonna say that. With Alan Broughton, he was a um with Alan Broughton. So Alan, if you don't know who Alan Broughton is, he was a point guard and the leader of a gang called the Family Connection. Wow, that is the Family Connection gang, boys. What a name. Anyway, he was only 1 year older than me, but he had 40 and 50-year-old men under him. We'd been together since I was 12, but I told him I wasn't going to have sex with him till I was 15. I thought that was a decent time to wait. What? Look, I don't know. You can do whatever you want, but I, if I'm like, bruh, if I'm in a relationship, like I know sex is not everything, but if I'm in a relationship and you make me wait 3 damn years, oh hell no, bruh. I know sex isn't everything, but 3 years is crazy to wait. I wouldn't even want to wait. Like my last ex, I was in a relationship with my last ex. We were in a relationship for like 9 months, and we never had a sexual encounter. But yet again, that was long distance. But she's only like a couple states away from me, so if I wanted to, I could probably drive to her. But anyway, getting off topic. So we had it planned all night. At midnight of my birthday, when everyone was asleep, he tapped on my back door. I was in my PJs and robe. We went down to the basement and used an old mattress that was down there. He started grinding me against him. He never put it in, and before you know it, then I heard the bathroom door upstairs. Grandma was awake. I got him out of the house quick. 8 weeks later, it took a physical 8 weeks later, I took a physical for basketball, and they told me I was 8 weeks pregnant. I said to the doctor, "You're telling a story." They took the test again, and the doctor called my grandma and said, "Your granddaughter gonna have a baby, but she hasn't been penetrated." Sorry, I was stumbling all over that words. I'm not good. I'm dyslexic, guys. I'm not good at reading. Just bear with me. But oh man, so the doctor was like, "You're having a baby," and the granddaughter was like, "Oh no, the fuck, I'm not." And she was like, "Hold on, let me look again." And he was like, "No, yeah, you're pregnant, but you haven't been penetrated." That's so weird. That's weird. Bro, how did she? So she had a baby as a virgin. How does that even happen? I don't know, bruh. How does that? Hold on, let me just. I don't know. How does that even happen? Anyway, that's a crazy story. But on to the next story. If you're a WWE wrestling fan, you may know this, but so Rowdy Piper, or Rowdy Piper. Rowdy Piper, a WWE superstar, apparently had a haunted house. So if you're a WWE or just a wrestling fan in general, you're gonna love this. By the way, RIP to the legend, man. Piper's gone. He's dead. Will be missed. Anyway, wow, legendary wrestler Roddy Piper was on the road. His daughter often claimed to see a man standing in the room at night. Piper's son also saw shadows of people moving throughout the house. According to Hot Rod, and no, I'm not talking about the Transformer Hot Rod, not the Autobot. That was Hot Rod. That was Roddy Piper's nickname, Hot Rod. But according to Hot Rod, things at the home were all out of kilter. One day, as Piper was arriving home, his kids ran out to his car, shouting wildly that someone was inside. He charged inside, prepared to put this invader to his into his sleeper hole, because he's a wrestler. As he entered, all the logs and fireplace tumbled out of the living room. As he began to clean up the logs, Piper looked and saw a deceased wrestler, Andrian Adonis, standing next to him. The ghost of Adonis simply said, "Hey, Roddy," and disappeared. I actually see. I'm a big wrestling fan, so I actually know about this story. I didn't know. I don't really know who Andrian Adonis is though, because I didn't really start getting into like wrestling until you know I was getting into wrestling towards the end of the Ruthless Aggression era. John Cena was popping off. Batista, Rey Mysterio, those people. But yeah, um, that's crazy. The ghost of Adonis. All he said was, "Hey, Roddy," and disappeared. Yeah. But yeah, that's that story. Maybe I should do a podcast about paranormal wrestling stories. Would you guys want to see that? Just have a whole podcast dedicated to like paranormal stories in the wrestling world. But all right. So these next couple of stories are specifically UFOs, supernatural, aliens. All right. So the first story we got here is Maradona was abducted by aliens. So if you don't know so basically if you don't know who Maradona is, he's a soccer player. So anyway, during an interview with TYC Sports and Argentinian sports channel, Diego Madonna claimed that he was abducted by aliens for 3 days. Not one, not two, 3 days. So I got the thing of what he said. This is what he said, word for word. Why made things up? Once after a few too many drinks, I was missing from home for 3 days, he said. I got home and said that UFOs have taken me. I said, they took me. I can't tell you about it. I don't know, man. Anyway, later in that same interview, he spoke about losing his virginity to a 59-year-old lady when he was 13. She was apparently read a newspaper during the ordeal, or she was apparently reading a newspaper during the ordeal. So I don't know, man. This is he lying? Is he telling the truth? Who knows? You know, he said that an alien took him for 3 days, but he can't talk about it. But also, he lost his virginity to a 59-year-old at the age of 13. So, is he lying? Is he telling the truth? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Anyway, next alien story we got Baron Davis is poked by aliens. This is going to be a crazy story. So, on a podcast called West Coast Riders, Baron Davis states that he was driving back from Las Vegas at 4 a.m. when he saw a bright light that appeared to be a truck. At that point, his memory lapsed. The next thing he knew, he was being poked by half human, half ugly motherfuckers. This is it. I'm not just saying that. This is what he said. Literally, word for word, and I quote, half human, half ugly motherfuckers. That's what he said, bruh. God, I'm gonna get demonetized. His next memory was being 4 hours away to Montebello, California, with no idea how he got there. So, uh, I'll try to find the story if I can. It's probably after summer. Like I know he did an interview and he told this. I'll try to find it. Maybe it's on SoundCloud or something. If I can't find it, I'm sorry, but if I do find it while I'm editing, I'll put it in the description below with everything else. By the way, if I a lot of just go check the it's best just to check the description, guys. Just check the description below. A lot of stuff will be there, either videos or like interviews and stuff. So like if you're interested about any of these stories, I'll just look. Just post. I'll try to post stuff down in the comment section below about not comments but description about every story, but you know some stories don't really have anything because I did research. Like some of them has a lot of stuff, so I'll post that in the description below if you want to, if you're interested. But there is a couple of stories that just really doesn't have a lot of information, but they do have an interview about this, so I'll try to find it and post it in the description below. If it's not in the description below, I couldn't find it. But anyway, next story we got Guillermo Moreno has a soul removed by an alien abduction, or well, during an alien abduction. He had his soul removed. I didn't know aliens can do that. Let's talk about it. So, Argentina midfielder Marino once claimed that he missed practice because he was abducted by aliens, and yeah, um, Marino's a Argentina soccer player. In case you didn't know, but according to his teammates, the details of Marino's story was so convincing that they began to seriously wonder if it might be true. This abduction story is unique because the aliens apparently removed his soul in order to run tests on it, while taking care not to harm his body. Um, Marino's teammate Gustavo Lorenzetti. I'm sorry, guys, I'm not good with foreign names. You already know, but he breaks down this encounter. So this is what his teammate said. So he explained that they took out his soul, analyzed it, and all the while on the journey they were looking after you. He said something like he said something like that. Honestly, I believe in aliens. He gave a great explanation, and well, we'll have to believe him. So other types of channels will have to call him so he can tell it better. But in any case, he was abducted by aliens. So that's what his teammates said. His teammates believed him. Apparently, his story was so convincing that they believed him. Anyway, these next couple of stories are going to be specifically ghost. So this is like the ghost edition, right? So here we go. The next story up, we have a ghost molest meta world peace. Okay, that's not funny. That's not funny. But yeah. Anywho, did you know, guys, the Skirvin Hotel is haunted? It's haunted, bro. It's haunted. So Tim Hardaway Jr. has an excellent blog on his first-hand experience there. It's recommended reading that you will become a instant Tim Hardaway Jr. fan. Now, I have to find this. Okay, sorry for the long pause, guys. I had to do something real quick, but I'm back. Um, but anyway, so this hotel is very haunted. I try to find information about this, but there's a few things out there, but I couldn't really find anything. Maybe I wasn't looking in the right places, but you know, basically his Tim Hardaway Jr.'s conclusion is like straight up, the Skirvin is haunted, y'all. It's a haunted hotel, man. Um, Legend has it that a pregnant mistress was abused by the owner and she ended up killing herself. Players refuse. They refuse to stay there. People hear babies crying. Nick Young's contacted bed bugs. Like it's just rough, man. I've never personally seen bed bugs and I've never experienced bed bugs, thankfully. But I heard it's rough. But one player said this: the ghosts were all over me. I accepted it. And another player said, they touched me all over the place. I'm talking one of the ghosts to court of touch. Wait a minute, what? I'm taking. Okay, this guy, this guy was joking, but he was like, they touched all over the place. I'm taking one of the ghosts to court for touching me in the wrong places. So yeah, man. Apparently, there's a ghost at this hotel who literally molests people, touching them inappropriate. Maybe it's like in succubus, in succubus. I think it's called in succubus. It's like those like sexual demons, but I don't know. Anyway, I know that story was yeah. I don't know. I kind of messed up that story, not gonna lie. But long story short, man, I'm trying, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm just not good at filming podcasts by myself. Like, if I have someone with me, it would be so much better. But I'm just not good at doing podcasts by myself. I am trying my best, guys. Like, I know some people can do it, but I'm the type of person that I need someone to lean off of. I need someone to play off of. If it's just me doing a podcast by myself, I kind of struggle a bit. Not gonna lie, I do struggle. So I am trying my best, guys. Just bear with me. But anyway, next story we have is Sugar Ray Leonard's incredible ghost story. So for a long time, Sugar Ray Leonard was afraid to make this story public for some reason. Um, I guess he didn't think people were going to believe him, or maybe he just didn't want to think about it. But eventually, Sugar Ray Leonard was like, you know what? I gotta tell the people, bro. They gotta know what's been popping. So this is his story. So one night while lying in bed, Leonard and his wife heard footsteps above them in the attic, accompanied by the voices of children. Unsure what to do, he got out of his bed and went into the attic, but found nothing. He was woken in the middle of the night to a beautiful ghost child standing in his room. Leonard and the child simply stared at each other for more than 15 minutes. Because she had been standing there so long, Sugar Ray eventually reached his hand out to touch her, and as he did, her face decomposed and burned, and her skin melted off in front of his eyes. That's terrifying. And continuing the story, suddenly he began to smell strong gas fumes. His wife woke up and smelled the same. They jumped out of bed, grabbed their kids, and drove straight to a relative's house. The next day, a repairman came to fix the gas line, only to discover that the house doesn't even have a gas line. Sugar Ray later learned that the little girl had previously burned to death in his home. She was playing with the gas stove when it caught fire. So that's damn. I'm looking around my room right now. It's like 2:44 a.m. when I'm filming this. Fuck, and I'm alone. Everyone's asleep. Ah, 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 ah. Anyway, so the next one we got the Pfister, which is a hotel. So the Pfister is baseball's most haunted hotel. I am going to find a picture of what the hotel looks like, throw it up on the screen so you guys can see the hotel. It kind of looks creepy, kind of. I mean, it looks like a normal hotel, but I don't know. It looks like a normal hotel. So there's like three separate stories attached to this hotel, and I'm gonna let y'all know. They're short though. So so this is by all three of these stories are by baseball players though. So the first story is by Bryce Harper. So one time last summer before I went to sleep, I laid a pair of jeans and a shirt on the table and um at the foot of the bed. Those things in the hotel you sit on to put your shoes, I just laid them out. Simply as that. When I woke up the next morning, I swear on everything, the clothes were on the floor and the table was on the opposite side of the room against the wall. I was so flustered. I honestly thought there might have been someone in my room. I had no idea what the hell just happened, so I actually looked around. Then I checked to see if the door was still latched. It was. So basically, he if you ever been to a hotel, you probably know like there's like a little board. Not all hotels, but some. They have like a little wooden thing you just where you put your shoes on, so you don't have to actually put them on the floor. And yeah, all of his clothes was on the floor, and that table was on the other side of the room. Crazy. This next story is about or is by Brandon Phillips. So he says we play Milwaukee a lot, but I remember one time I came into the room and just sat on the bed. Then for some reason the damn radio turned on, so I turned it off. Got in the shower. When I was done, that motherfucker had turned back on. Yeah, Ghost been playing with the radio. Uh, this last story is by Pablo Sandoval. Sandoval. I think that's how you say it. So I don't like I don't like the ghost there. In 2009, I went to take a shower and I remember putting my iPod next to the speaker. When I came out, it was playing music, and I had no idea why. I left the hotel after that. I didn't want to stay there. In 2010, me and Edgar stayed down the street and paid for it on our own. Then last month, I decided to stay there again. I asked myself, why do I have to be afraid? The only thing I asked the ghost was to let me sleep. And they did. So, yeah. Just be nice to ghosts, man. If you ask the ghost, hey man, I just want you to sleep, they'll let you sleep. They will let you sleep. All right. I got three more stories for you guys. So the final three stories. So the first one is Diego Sanchez's UFO experience. That's right, guys. We're going back to the aliens. We are going back to the aliens. So, UFC fighters Diego Sanchez was working out in the backyard of his New Mexico home when he claimed to see a UFO hover only a few hundred feet above him. So he said, and this is what he said, like this is his quote. I was doing an energy workout on my patio as a UFO flew right up on me. I called for my daughter quick. Quick, she watched. I called for my daughter quick. She watched this thing hover only hundreds of feet away. Albuquerque. It's a city in Mexico. I'm not even going to try to attempt to say it, but yeah. Anyway, this place is a trip sightings. God damn it, bruh. Hold on, I need a minute. Sorry, guys. I just had to go get water. Um, my mouth, my mouth was just so dry that I was literally struggling to say simple words. Oh man, I really need silent back. I need silent back so bad. I'm just embarrassing myself right now. But anyway, so Albuquerque is a sighting already, but this shit was contact tonight. I don't. This the reason why I'm struggling with this. So I'm just gonna like kind of give you, basically tell you what's happening. But like I have a quote of this guy, and I was writing it down earlier before the podcast, but the grammar is terrible. It was like I was doing it was like I was doing energy workout on my patio as a UFO flew right up on me. I called for my daughter, quick, quick. She watched this thing um hover only hundreds of feet away. Albacore is a trip sightings are regular here, but this shit was contact tonight. It was obvious it was watching me. Like the grammar is just terrible. So I'm sorry that I just butchered this entire story, but like like for one, I'm dyslexic, right? And since I'm dyslexic, like just take this into account. Imagine being dyslexic and then also at the same time having a paragraph just terrible grammar. I was just struggling. I was like, what am I actually rating? But I'm just gonna briefly paraphrase it. Well, not paraphrase it, but long story short, I'm just gonna go back over it since the the whole paragraph is terrible. But he was on his patio. He was doing a workout and stuff, and then this UFO basically flew over him, and he called for his daughter and stuff, and his daughter ran out, and they just stared at this UFO. It was only like a couple hundred feet above them, and then it flew away. That's it. Oh man, I'm so sorry about that, guys. God, that quote, man, that quote was so bad grammar wise. I hated that. God. Anyway, next story we got the Beast of Bosnia. Bosnia, whatever. I'll throw the creature up on the screen. Watch your eyes, guys. This creature, I don't know what the hell this thing is, but it was found. So, in the Baklan's football trainer, Damor Bradarak hits a creature with his car. The creature didn't look like anything he had seen before. Fascinated, Braddock collected the remains of the little dinosaur and took it to a nearby veterinarian clinic. Although the clinic said that the critid might possibly be part of the cat family, they never determined exactly what it was. Um, I'll throw the picture on the screen. Like I said, I'm sorry if your eyes are burning. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is. You can even see its guts all spun out. I'm gonna get demonetized, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna get demonetized. Anyway, so we got one final story. So the one final story, last story of this podcast, then we could get the hell out of this train wreck. We got a UFO stopped a soccer game in Tuscany or Tucany. Tucany. That's how you say it. So in October 1954, a football game was stopped, and when I say football, this took place in Tucany. So when I say football, it's soccer. For Americans, it's soccer, but for you non-Americans, it's football. So in October 1954, a football game was stopped when 10,000 fans noticed that several UFOs were hovering over the stadium. Football, footballer Ardico Magnani, who was playing the game, stated, "I remember everything from A to Z. It wasn't something that looked like an egg that was moving slowly, slowly, slowly. Everyone was looking up. Also, there was some glitter coming down from the sky. Silver glitter. We were astonished. We have never seen anything like this before. We were absolutely shocked. Interestingly, the UFOs rained down a silvery substance on the stadium and the surrounding town. Many people collected the substance and took it to a nearby institute of chemical analysts um, at the University of Florence. Professor Giovanni Canary, who ran the lab, conducted several tests on the substance, but the result was incons- inconclusive. Why did I have a hard time struggling that one? So basically, this UFO rained down pixie dust on a football stadium. But anyway, guys, that's all the stories we have here today. All the stories. Uh, so I'm sorry, bro. This podcast was a shit show. This was so bad. I was like, you know what? This is gonna be fun. My damn dyslexic, my damn dyslexic ass just couldn't do this. This is why I need people on the podcast. I hope Silent comes back. I need her. I can't do this by myself. I really tried. Um, I had a plan B, but my brother was busy, so I was like, okay, plan C. I had this other guy, and then he couldn't do it either, so I ended up doing this by myself. I tried so hard to get somebody, bro. Somebody on the damn podcast, but nobody wanted to, or they were too busy. So I had to do it by myself, which is like, this is what happens, bro. This is what you get, you know? When I do a podcast by myself, bad things happen. It's just gonna happen, man. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, this whole podcast is ugh, this episode is just a train wreck. But anyway, I'll leave some stuff in the description below if you want to check it out. But oh boy, I tried my best. I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, my Cash App and Venmo will be in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself. I hope Silent comes back next week. I hope, because I don't know if I can do this by myself again. I just I can't. I can't do this by myself again. I can't, guys. I'm sorry. I can't. But yeah, Cash App, Venmo, they're on the screen. Just If you want to donate to me, uh, give me like, I don't know, give me like $20. I'm just kidding. It doesn't have to be that much. But if you want to donate so I could fix my dyslexia, I don't even think there's a cure for that. Is there a cure for dyslexia? I don't think so. I don't think there's a cure. But if there is, donate and I'll fix it. Cause I hate not being able to read. Like I can in my head I can read fine. I can read fine in my head. It's just like, I mean, even in my head, I can't really read that well. I just can't read well in general. But in my head, I'm fine. I'm fine in my head, but it doesn't become a major problem until I start reading out loud. But anyway, those were the scariest stories around sports. Um, Sorry this podcast didn't go the way I wanted it to. But anyway, we got to the end eventually. That's all that matters. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next podcast. Goodbye.